It's old big ball, big ball. I just wanted to say that I just had a long conversation with a young person, and they're convinced that I am a horrible racist. I don't treat black people right. Well, I'm like, it's funny because I have never gone out of my way to prove. Let's see here. Driver door open. I can fix that. All right. I never got out of my way to declare well, I got a lot of black friends. I never done that. But guess what? A lot of my friends are black, and I get along just great because my sister calls me. She says I'm sort of an old black man. I'm a little loud. I'm a little boisterous. I'm a little, I don't know why she said it, but I don't have any inhibitions as far as howdy doody, good to see you, welcome back, big handshake. And when I'm out around town and just doing what I do, I go out of my way. I realize I've lived through it. I grew up in the 50s. 2 years after Emmett Till was brutally murdered and drowned and left for dead, and he was dead, and his mother had the casket open, and she said, I want them to see what they've done to my boy. 2 years after I was born, 2 years after that. So I have lived through. I lived with Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King. I know that African American people have suffered greatly in our country. That's true. And yet, me personally, as Robert, Bobby, I didn't have any part of that. When I was shining shoes in Pomona as a young elementary school kid, I was shining shoes with a black guy. When I had my best friend in elementary school, he was a giant black guy, just like me. We're both big hulking guys. Try being 6'3" and being in sixth grade. It's like we were like freaky tall. We were like big people, and all my friends now. I've never had an African American friend ever turn their back on me. I've always gotten along great, and that doesn't mean that there's no problems in my life. That doesn't mean that I can't get better. It doesn't mean that I'm all that and a ham sandwich. No, I got my troubles. I got my woes. I've got things that I got to work on and fix. That's absolutely true. But racism, avoiding black people at all cost. No, never. I really prefer to go to a black church, really. I mean, you can get up and dance and holler and amen. And my kids and I we were invited to go to a really old time traditional black church in Pasadena one time, years and years ago. And I was the most happy guy in the world. I was like, amen, dude, preach it, go. And my kids were like, shh, keep it down. My sister always goes nuts at me because she's like, you got to bring it on down. You're making people nervous. And I'm like, what? So we had a sermon today about bias, perceived bias, unknown bias. Everybody likes Coke versus Pepsi, or 7-Up versus this, or Coors versus Budweiser, whatever the bias is. People like different things. I like to have my car ready to go. Some people, it's too cluttered, and they want it gone. I mean, for what I do, I need to have all my stuff ready to go. I mean, I've got 12 things going right now. So I've got letters on my box here. I've got to forward. I've got receipts I've got to use for the next job. I've got my wipes here for my glasses. I've got a wet towel up on top of the stand so that my phone stays cool in the hot blazing sun. I've got a little trash can here with a heart. I've got a clock just in case I just want to glance down and just see the time real quick. I got the clock here handy to go. I got my speaker because I don't want to have to fiddle with the line up to the system. I'm a different kind of guy, but being a guy who avoids anybody, I like everybody. There's nobody that I want harm to come to. There's no one that I wish evil for. There's no bullet that I have somebody's name on it. Got your name on this bullet, pal. No, I don't have any bullets. I don't like violence. And I think it's horrible and heinous and wrong that across our country, that babies, young men, old men, police officers, protesters, no one should be killed. Having a conversation is not something that should kill you. Maybe you just die of a heart attack because it's your time to go. That's different. I made the example, what if Mr. and Mrs. Abahim, the Abahim family, people come over to talk to them, and they sit in the living room, and they have tea, and they cross their legs, and they're real sweetsy nice, and they have a good conversation. They make some progress, and they learn some things about each other. Great. But what if somebody comes to Abahim home and they're spray painting their cars, they're smashing their car windows, they start to smash the windows in the home, they've got alcohol and matches, and they got a gasoline can, and they've got sledgehammers and guns, and they start shooting the house up, and the guy takes the gas, he spews it all over the inside of the house, and then he takes the Abahims and he ties them up, and that's not a conversation. But we're angry, and Abahim family, we care about the Abahim family, and so you're going to kill all these people, destroy everything they've worked for, burn their house to the ground because you care about the Abahim family. That's your way of, well, we're angry, we're really angry. Well, great, get a clue. The fact that you're angry doesn't give you permission to be violent, to rape, murder, steal, kill, just because you're angry. It isn't right. Yes, we have a right to peaceably assemble and to protest. That's very good. Yes, very good. Check the box. Boom, done. But we don't have permission to murder, kill, lawlessness. Let's defund all the police. Let's abolish police. There was a guy killed just last week, and I don't know his race, didn't make a difference. He was a police officer coming to a domestic violence situation, and you know what happened? He was killed. They shot him as he walked up. What if that was some little, beautiful little creature? Hi, I'm your counselor. How you feeling? I mean, they would have killed her too. It's just, we can't kill people. Stop killing. Cain and Abel, the first killing in our history. It's not right. Murder is never right. And that's not part of a conversation. Burning people's home down is not part of a conversation. I never had a fight with a black man in my life. I went to black elementary, black middle school. My history has been filled with beautiful, wonderful people that I love, and they're black. I never killed anybody. That's a fact. You can say a lot of stuff about me. No one's ever said I'm a murderer. But all of a sudden now it's okay because we're angry. It's not okay. No, it's not okay. Not okay. Not cool. So let's bring it on down. Let's cool down the whole country. Let's just turn the sub-zero down to cold, and let's just chill. Rodney King said it very well. I heard him. He said, can't we just get along? Can't we just get along? Martin Luther King, non-violent revolutionary. We don't need to have violence. We need to have a conversation. And if people understand each other, ask more questions, understand each other, we're going to be better off. Amen? Amen. Give me a call, 213-713-8954, 8954-GREEN, ATT.net, on the Twitter, Mr. Bob at BobBomb8954. And guess what? No one calls me, no one writes me, no one's leaving comments. In all these years I've been doing this, I've had a couple comments. You think the phone's ringing off the hooks? No, nobody's ringing my phone off the hook. All right, God bless you. Love you. Take care. Bye.